So that monster is causing trouble at the Darge Rock Baths. Let's get down to business, partner! Lavinia, time to hit the hot springs. What's the matter? Feline got your tongue? Frostfang will keep worrying if you don't get better soon, you know.
It's just... Why are you going so far just to help me?
You're a fellow rider, ain't ya? We're all friends here. Shake a paw. Time's a-wasting. Hey, don't get shy now. We'll give you some privacy. Take your time and relax. Have a nice long soak and rest your tired body, okay?
I'm not worried about that. It's just... well, thank you.
Huh? What was that?
It's nothing, okay? I'm gonna get going now. Bye!
Those bats look pretty inviting. How about we take a dip too, buddy?
Hey,
Jeez, you're such a worrywart. We'll be fine out here. Go on in.
that's not it. Someone's already there.
Huh? Who could it be? We'd better check this out, buddy. You know, make sure it's safe. That cave where we found you was the Wintertide Tunnel, right? Did you maybe get attacked by a Kezu?
Yes, that's what happened. I remember now.
You feeling better after your bath?
Uh-huh. Getting to soak a while in the warm water was wonderful. It cleared my head. Now I remember I ran into a Kezu inside the tunnel. During the battle, I got hit by an electrical attack and passed out.
Kezu are tough customers, huh? Should we bring a fire element monster then? Or one that's resistant to cold? I can't think of any monsters that fit the bill. What do we do, buddy?
Let's head back to the cabins for now. I'm gonna freeze out here.
What?
Why are you going to Gildigaren anyway?
We just want to see more of the world and meet more people.
In other words, you're going to the Hunter Town to broaden your horizons?
Yeah, that's the plan. Exploration. That's pretty much the whole reason we left our home village.
Do you think the people there are going to be friendly toward riders, though? Back in my village, we were told that riders should never venture into towns. People in towns are suspicious of us riders. They sometimes even attack us. We can befriend monsters easy enough, but other humans are a different story. Us humans must look pretty stupid.
You're wrong! I'm sure everyone will be a little surprised at first, but there will be people who will see we're not a bad bunch. They just need time, and we'll prove it. We're gonna charm the pants off those folk and make a bunch of new friends.
I really don't get how you can be so optimistic. Anyway, before Gildigaren, we need to do something about that Kezu.
Yeah, you've got a point there. Fire monsters are resistant to cold, huh?
We'll need to use the rite of channeling.
Of course! The rite of channeling! I'd forgotten about that!
Now, let me spin you young folks a riddle.
Flamin' hairballs! Not this again! We don't have time for twiddly riddles! We're trying to find someone who can tell us about channeling.
He looks so disappointed. Maybe you were a little too hard on him?
Yeah, I guess we've got no choice. Okay, Pops, let's hear your riddle.
Now, riddle me this. Now, my fur is white like snow, my ears long like icicles. I glide across ice. What am I? Now, bring me a monster that fits that description, will you?
Okay, buddy. Let's find this monster and get back to searching for our Wyverian.
I have a feeling the answer is going to be right under our noses again. Probably something simple, you know? Don't think about it too hard. Yep. Yep.
Now then, it's time I told you of my true identity. Now, I am none other than the Channeler.
Yeah? We heard you were a young man. What gives?
You can see I take good care of my skin. My skin is as soft as a Kelpie's fur. I don't look a day over 21, wouldn't you say?
I think we should perhaps humor him on this particular point.
No, the rite of channeling is an ancient ritual. It is used to access hidden power. No, we can't have just one monster take part. No, no, no. That won't do. You need two to tango. That's when the magic happens. Now, for Monster 2, we'll use this Yankutku I set aside for such an occasion. Now, without further ado, we shall begin the rite of channeling, you and I. Oh, Rider, hold thy kinship stone aloft. Now then, two bonds become one. Now, do you see the answer to the riddle? Genius! This is your answer.
I've never seen a Lagombi breathe fire before.
Each monster has the potential for all powers. And with channeling, we can awaken those hidden powers, can't we?
Hidden powers? So that's how it can breathe fire now?
Its power was just sleeping. But now it has awoken, hasn't it?
Aha! So, if we use channeling, we can awaken powers in our monsters too.
Yes, yes. Only those with kinship stones can evoke this power. which maintains nature's delicate balance.
And there's no bad side effects? That's totally awesome!
Oh, thank you so much, Channeler.
Now then, if there's anything you don't understand, come and ask me. Hmm?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir! Yeah? Are those balls of steamed moss?
My hot spring dumplings?
So, you mean hot spring dumplings are actually... Yep. Yep.
fireballs! We can't get through here! Any bright ideas, buddy?
Leave it to me.
Avinia!
Get going!
Thanks a bunch, Avinia!
I'm going to continue traveling with Frostfang. One day, we'll fight the Blight. It's not just training, though. I want to see more of the world like you have.
It's a big old world, you know. Let's see who can see more of it.